Years and years ago, Mary lived in a little town called Nazareth in Israel. Mary was engaged to be married to Joseph, a kind-hearted carpenter. At the time, Israel was ruled by King Herod, who did not believe in God. The Israelites were living a difficult life far from God, but they firmly believed in God's covenant from a long time ago.
One day, a child will be born who will give us freedom. He will come to save us.
One night, while Mary was sleeping, the angel Gabriel appeared before her.
Mary, do not be afraid. God has blessed you and has been kind to you. You will become pregnant by the Holy Spirit and give birth to a baby boy, and you will call him Jesus. God will give him the everlasting throne of David.
But I'm not yet married. How can I have a child?
The child will not be a son of man, but will be born by the power of God. He will be God's own son.
Mary was afraid, but trusted and obeyed God.
Lord, I am your servant. Let it happen as you choose.
At the time, it was scary, because if an unmarried woman had a baby, she might be stoned to death. Also, Mary would be abandoned by Joseph, to whom she was engaged. Yet, despite this risk, Mary trusted and obeyed God, and gave thanks and praised him.
How can this be? How can she have a baby even before marrying me? This is too painful.
Joseph, who was engaged to marry Mary, was a kind and righteous man. But the news that Mary was expecting a child was a big surprise to him. Joseph decided to tell Mary that he would not be able to marry her. Then, one day, an angel appeared to him in a dream.
Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to have Mary as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins.
I understand.
After hearing the angel's words, Joseph married Mary as he had promised. A few months later, Joseph took Mary, who was still pregnant, to his hometown, Bethlehem, because the Roman emperor had ordered everyone to return to their hometown for a census. It was late, but Joseph and Mary could not find a place to stay. There was already a lot of people there.
Do you have a spare room? My wife is about to give birth. Please, even a small room will be enough.
The two who could not find a place to stay finally found rest in a stable, where horses eat and sleep. That night, baby Jesus was born. He was Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who would save his people from their sins.